Hi there, Steve McGee again in Parliament for the second last week of the year, and it's amazing how quickly this year has gone. There's a lot that's been done, let me assure you, and a lot more to do. First year of our term and delivering where we can as quickly as we can on things that we've committed, not only to the state but to the electorate of Melton. And you'll see many things happen over the next few months in regard to the infrastructure build in Melton, such as the hospital, the level crossing removals, another school down at Weir Views, to name a few projects for the people that doubt that anything is happening in Melton. Let me assure you, things are happening. This week, some really important legislation's been debated. Non-fatal strangulation legislation has been debated this week, and I stood up and made a contribution on that for a range of reasons, and that is that many women over many years their partners have tried to strangle them under the domestic violence situation and family violence situation, and unfortunately have never been charged as a separate act or law. Now this bill will get passed this week, and then it will go to the upper house, and once it's gone through those processes and then the governor ticks it off, then this will then become law that this type of event where males think that they can just strangle women and get away with it, and even to the point of unconsciousness, and I've had constituents raise these concerns with me, it will become law and there will be penalties, and part of those penalties will be imprisonment, 5 years depending on the severity, and 10 years in a very severe case. So that is a great bill that will be passed this week. That's one. The other couple of bills that are being passed this week and debated this week is work cover changes, work cover legislation amendments. Again, very important. High levels of mental health injuries being claimed, and if we don't get that bill passed, then it looks like the premiums may have to be increased. So we're debating that, and we'll see what the outcome of that is this week. And the bill that's being debated today is a tragic but a necessary bill, and that's a crime bill. It's a parole bill in reference to individuals that think that they can murder people or mass murder people, or multiple murders, I should say. And this is about keeping some of those individuals in jail indefinitely, rather than they seek applications of parole all the time. And I will name one person that this bill is directed at, and that's Paul Denyer, because of his attempts to try and be released under parole. But this bill will directly go towards preventing him from being released at all after he murdered three young women. So anyway, it's been debated, it's been supported by all sides of politics in the Legislative Assembly, and it will go off to the Legislative Council once it's voted on today. But a really important bill, and really important to support the families who have suffered over 30 years now from the crimes that Denyer committed, and he should suffer in jail. Some other things that have happened this week, many events. We had the RSPCA in here yesterday in regard to dog obedience and dogs and cats and what role they play within the family, and it was fantastic to see them yesterday. And please get onto their website and have a look at whether you feel like you wish to adopt a dog or a cat. And I can assure you, you'll get great joy and love if you do adopt a dog or a cat. And I have 2 dogs at home, and we used to have cats, but we have 2 dogs at home, and I'm sure when I get home tonight, I hope they'll be happy to see me. But they'll certainly be wagging their tails, I know that, because they're fantastic things to assist us with our stresses and strains, and they're just great to have in the family, a big part of the family, certainly in my family. So the other thing is that we were here on Wednesday morning, I think it was, to meet up with Transcend, and there were some fantastic speakers there on that breakfast that day, and quite important issue, and a great support network at Transcend. And if anyone in the Melton electorate wants to have some support, assistance, or talk about it, please contact my office. There's also some other agencies that, and Transcend's one of them, of course, that we can put you in touch with if anyone needs any support out there in regard to any transgender issues. Happy to have a chat, happy to come out and visit people. Don't do it on your own, or if your family needs support. So just make contact with us. The other thing is JobWatch. We hear the other day. JobWatch is an agency that gives free legal support. When I say free, it gives support in regard to workers' rights, and great organisation. And again, we have all the contact details if anyone out there needs some information out about what your entitlements are. If you see this little badge on my lapel, this is to do with November. We got a bit of a pack, some socks and things like that, some stickers. November, as you know, is the month where some men grow a moustache in lieu of donations to raise money for prostate cancer. And it's been going on for many, many years. Yeah, it's a great event and we should all support it. I did a member statement on some things that have been happening in Melton over the last week. The Community Achievement Award winners, we named them, and congratulations to those. Great event last Thursday night. The Djerrawurra Festival on Saturday, again, another terrific event, beautiful day, many, many people out, and congratulations to all involved, including the council for arranging for that event. Of course, we had the Remembrance Day service last Saturday, and our thoughts and wishes go out to all of our veterans and veterans' families. I've had some visitors come into the Parliament this week, and one particular visitor was Pulak Gupta. She's a student from Southern Cross Grammar, but I met Pulak's father a few weeks ago and suggested that she might want to come in and have a look at Parliament, and she did, and she's written a member statement for me, and it's a fantastic member statement, and maybe she should write some further speeches for me. So it's amazing what the younger generation can do compared to the older generation. But it was great to have her in here, and hopefully she enjoyed it yesterday, and I thank her for coming in. We had a briefing from Western Chancers, who do great support across the whole of the western suburbs. Terry Brax and Zach, the CEO, and we'll try and organise something out at Melton where they support kids, students, and even provide scholarships, and they work with the schools, and we'll certainly be trying to get them to do something in our area of Melton to support our kids. The other thing was that the SEC, I know this is going on a bit, but I apologise for that. It's the second last one for the year, so I've got to get my values worth. The SEC, further movement on that this week, and the Minister was out yesterday, and they had a chef teaching us some induction cooking when we're removing, obviously, gas, and people are in fear that they can't cook anymore because there'll be no gas. Well, that's not true, but the presentation yesterday about induction cooking, and of course the SEC being returned into public hands, and they handed out some paraphernalia. I'm doing a constituents question today in regard to the Minister for Veterans regarding the supports and things like that to our veterans in the Melton electorate. So I'll do that later today to the Minister for Veterans. Now, I think that may be it. What else did we do? I went to a breakfast this morning in regard to, it was run by Wesley College Foundation, but it was a climate change breakfast and had all these dignitaries on the panel. Graham Samuel, Alan Finkel, and a few others. Really good breakfast about climate change, so that was great. And going back into the chamber right now because it's my chamber duty. So thanks very much. Catch you back in Melton tomorrow and next week. Thank you.